Hello everybody, happy Friday. Man, I'm exhausted. I'm so glad it's the weekend. I don't know if you guys know, I don't just do Stampin' Up. I actually work full-time, Monday through Friday. I am an accountant for a construction company and it's month end, so super swamped, super busy. I didn't make it on last Friday. I apologize. We had this big year-end thing that I had to be a part of at work, so I just didn't make it. And then today at lunch, with all our month-end wrap up, I'm just super swamped. I worked through my lunch, and I am normally off at 4, and I got off a little bit later. It's just super busy day. But now I can breathe. I can show you guys a really fun project I have for you, and it features our new In Colors. They just came out this week, so I'm super excited for that. I love these new In Colors. It's hard to pick a favorite. Before we get into it though, I just want to make sure you guys have our new Hostess Code for the month. So for this month, our Hostess Code is, let me get that ready here for you. It is UCHZWV7W. So take a screenshot of this now if you're watching on your phone, or a screenshot on your computer and save this. If you're going to be placing an order under $200, make sure that you use this Hostess Code, and I will enter your name into a draw to win some free Hostess benefits for the month. And there are a few other things I just want to go over. So it's that time of the month right now where you can sign up for my card club. So this month our featured stamp set is the In Bloom stamp set. The cost of your card club membership is, if you're going to do a to-go membership where I ship the kit directly to your door, it's $50. Or you can choose to save $10 and pick up the membership for $40. If you would like to add on the In Bloom stamp set because you don't have it yet, it would be an additional $26. Now, what do you get in your card club kit? You get 2 of each of 3 designs, so you'll get 6 cards total featuring the stamp set. And then you'll also get a minimum of $25 in free Stampin' Up! Products in your card club kit. As well, your kit will come with a PDF tutorial to help you assemble your cards and instructional videos, so you won't be left high and dry. You'll get all the instructions you need to make your 6 cards. As well, I've kind of got a bonus. If you sign up for 6 straight months for Card Club, you'll get a $25 product credit that you can spend on anything you want in the catalog. Now, deadline to sign up for May's Card Club is May 10th, so make sure you send me a message if you're interested. And then there's a couple of specials that Stampin' Up! Is offering right now. So one of the first ones is our Connect, Craft, and Collect $30. So right now, if you host a workshop of $300 or more, Stampin' Up! Is going to give you an additional $30 in Stampin' rewards that you get to spend on whatever you want. So if you'd like to be a host, let me know. Or even if you're going to spend $300 all on your own, you'd also get this additional $30 Stampin' reward. So if hosting is something you might be interested in, let me know. We can't do anything in person right now because of our COVID restrictions, but I do offer online workshops. We can do them via Zoom, or we can pick a few day time frame, and I'll just post videos and products and sales and whatnot on a private Facebook group for you and your friends. So let me know if that's something you're interested in, and we can work that out. What else do we got here? There's a couple more things Stampin' Up's got going on. So our Join Plus. So if you have ever thought about getting the starter kit, just so that you can get that 20% discount on all your orders, right now they're offering a really good special, so it's a good time to get your demonstrator number. So the regular price of our startup kit is $135. Okay, that hasn't changed. The startup kit price is still $135. Before May, for $135 you would get $165 in products that you could choose, plus all your free business supplies and a paper pumpkin kit. But right now, Stampin' Up! Is throwing an additional $41 in products. So you get to pick $206 in product for just $135. So it's a really good deal. If that's something you might be interested in, getting just even the 20% off code and using it just for yourself, not even selling, it's really worth it right now to get that code. And another thing that just launched today, actually, we have our Batter Up Subscribe-a-thon. So if you've ever heard of Paper Pumpkin, this is what this is about. For this kit only, and for new subscribers only, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, you will get your kit for just $20. Or for just, sorry, $7. So for $7 only, you can get the Paper Pumpkin kit. When you subscribe, just use promo code HOMERUN0521. And that's so that for any new subscribers of the Paper Pumpkin, you'll get for just $7. That's super cheap and a really great deal. And a great chance for you to try out Paper Pumpkin if you're kind of curious what it's all about. Then you've got, you know, it's $7. It's a very minimal cost to give it a try. And oh, I do want to show you, okay, so we're not making this card, but I wanted to show you this super cute card I made a couple of days ago. I made this using the alcohol ink technique. If you haven't seen this technique, I'm going to try and do, probably not a live because it can be pretty messy, but I'm going to try and do a video of this and post it to my blog within the next couple weeks just because it's so much fun. And as you can see, it is so pretty. I just absolutely love the alcohol ink technique. So I hope you guys like that card. This is actually the card that we are going to be making today, and it features all of our new in colors and one of the in colors from last year. So our new in colors are Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, and Polished Pink. And this blue in the middle is from last year. This is our Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to show you how to make this. This is one of our, oh god, I can't even think of the name of it now. It's our tall and skinny card. I don't know what else to call it. My mind has gone blank right now. It's been one of those weeks. So let's get into making this card. I'm just going to set this one aside. And you're going to want to start with, I've got a basic white cardstock base that measures 7 inches by 8 1/4 inch, and it's scored at 3.5 inches. And then I've got a bunch of squares that I've pre-cut out. So the measurements for these squares, are you ready? So we've got 2 inches by 1.5 inches. We've got 1 3/4 inch by 1.5 inch. We've got 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. We've got 1 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch. We've got 1 inch by 1.5 inch, and then 3/4 of an inch by 1.5 inches. You got all that? Basically, each one of these squares, it starts at 2 inches by 1.5 inches, and then you just drop it 1/4 each time, and that's how you'll get your 8.5 inches on this card. So the way I'm going to attach these, so I'm just going to line these up in order, just like so. And I'm going to get my mono multi-glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of each square, or rectangular shape, I guess, that I've cut out. And I'm going to start on the bottom left and line it up in the very far corner. And I'm using mono multi-glue so I can move it around and make sure it's exactly in the corner, just like that. And then I'm just going to keep going with each square. Now, if you're watching right now, I am just wondering, what is your favorite new in color? I know, for me, it's like I've got a 3-way tie, I think, for me, for my top in colors this year. I really like Soft Succulent and Pale Papaya and Fresh Freesia. Maybe Fresh Freesia a little bit more than the others, just because my favorite color is purple and I'm always drawn to purples. But I'm also a plant person, so I really like the succulent color. I have a lot of plants and a lot of gardens, and it's inside and outside. I love gardening. It's another one of my hobbies. You guys know that I stamp and craft, obviously. But another one of my hobbies is gardening. So that's why I cut my videos back a little bit. I was doing 2 live videos a week, but now that it's summer, I just want to be out in my garden. And you know, sorry, but not sorry. And I hope you guys all have like the same, where you have hobbies that you just love and they help you relax. I see that Gail and Bobby are watching. Thanks guys so much for tuning in. Hi Gail. I'm just gonna keep gluing. Okay, so it's our last piece. I've got it all glued down here. And then what I'm gonna do, so I've just got this like scrap piece of paper that I use whenever I'm gonna be making a mess. So I'm just gonna fold my card in half and burnish it. And I'm gonna lay my card on my scrap piece of paper, and I'm gonna take my little Stampin' Right marker, and on the brush end, I'm actually just gonna put it inside the lid and like flick some black specks all over. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know how well the video is. Ooh. See, my square got a little bit crooked on me. This is why I like mono multi-glue, because you can move it around. There we go. But a few more splatters here and there. And I'm getting it everywhere, even on the cards, on the colored cardstock. Okay, so that little technique is done. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's like a little flicking technique. And then I'm going to show you these super fun, okay, so these are our Playful Alphabet Dies, okay, this is what they look like, and what I love about this set is because there's so many of them, Stampin' Up! Has actually put the outline on the background so you know where to put them back when you're done with them, and I've already pulled out my HAPPY for happy, and I'm going to use, these are called foam adhesive sheets, and so I've already cut a piece of foam adhesive sheet. This measures 1 inch by 3.5 inches, and I've cut a piece of basic white cardstock that's going to fit on there. And what I'm going to do is just peel the backing on one side here. I'm going to put my cardstock down, just like so. Okay, I'm just going to set this aside for now. And I'm going to get my little mini embossing machine. And I'm going to open it up here, and I'm going to get out my plates. Now my plates are well worn because I use this little guy a lot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this foam piece in with the cardstock up. And I'm going to put my little Playful Alphabet Dies on. And basically what we're doing is making like foam stickers. And I kind of like this like white on white technique. It's kind of like a subtle card. Actually, this card is very unisex. You could use this for boy or girl. And you could even switch it up. So my card says happy birthday, but you could be like happy Father's Day or happy Mother's Day. But I just have a lot of birthdays coming up, so I chose to make a birthday card. Okay, so I'm just going to set my plates aside and put my little mini embossing machine aside, and I'm going to take my dies off the foam. Now this is like super cool. I don't know if you've even noticed this in the catalog. So I'm going to poke out the centers of my, of course the backing on my P came off. And it's only because I'm in a live video. So I'm just going to put the backing on yet because I don't want it to be sticky quite yet, because then I'll probably stick it to something I don't want to. Okay, there we go. I'll poke out the center of my A. I always recommend doing the small pieces first if you can. Just makes it easier. And then I'm going to pop out my little foam pieces. So there's my Y. And my P's, and my A's, You know, it is pouring rain and so windy out here today, but I don't want to complain because we need the rain so much here in Edmonton. And it's good for my garden because I planted seeds, so. Okay, so I've got my little foam letters cut out here. I'm just going to put them aside. Put them here so you guys can see them. And I'm going to show you a really cool trick with your Stampin' trimmer. So take your card base, and I'm going to line this up at like, I think it's like 3. I'm going to line it up at about 3 inches. Okay. And now you see we've got this clear kind of straight line. And I'm going to use this straight line as a guide to place my foam stickers. So this part takes me a little bit of time just because I have long fingernails. And unfortunately, it's not easy to do stickers with long fingernails. See, I even moved my card. Okay, so hold it in place. I'm going to line up my foam along my little clear line. See if I can get that stuck down. And then I'm going to stick them down, just like that. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see the white on white. I hope you can. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing. Just keep going. And I'm working from right to left just because I wanted it to line up on the right-hand side. Thanks, Gail. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, like, I've watched other demonstrators and they've always drawn like a pencil line and erased it after, and I'm like, why even bother erasing a line when you can just use your Stampin' trimmer to help guide your saying? You can really do this. I did it actually with this card. I did the same technique where I used the Stampin' trimmer to line it up. So that's how I got my happy bee day so straight. As I just used my Stampin' trimmer. There we go. We got one more here. There's lots of techniques on this card actually. It's a good card to show you and showcase these in colors. Alright, so we've got my happy on there. I don't need my Stampin' trimmer anymore. And now I've got a little strip of basic black cardstock. This is just a little 1/2 inch strip. You know, it's a few inches. I think this is like 5 inches. And I'm just, if you have one of our embossing buddies, I would run it over top just so that you don't have any oils or stickiness, because I am going to use my Versamark ink to stamp my birthday greeting. Now, the birthday greeting I'm using is from the Handsomely Suited stamp set, and you can see the birthday is right here. Now, this stamp is actually all-in-one. So what I'm going to do is actually take some Post-its, and I'm going to mask off the A Happy and To You with some Post-its so that I don't get any Versamark ink on it. So I've just got these little Post-it notes here, and I'm going to cover that up because I don't want any ink on that, and I'm going to cover this up because I don't want any ink on there. So then the only part that's exposed is the birthday, and I'm going to take my Versamark ink pad and I'm just going to ink it up. So now the only part that has ink is the birthday portion. And then you just take these off and throw them away. And I'm going to stamp my greeting. Right about there looks good. It's a little crooked, but that's okay. And I've got some of our white embossing powder. Just going to sprinkle it on top. See, I'm using my scrap piece of paper again. I always keep a scrap piece of paper handy. And the reason why is so that then I can then lift up my extra powder and funnel it back into my little jar. Gail says, I saw someone line up their card on a grid paper and tape with washi tape. Oh, that's a good idea too. I do find sometimes washi tape though can rip the cardstock if you're not careful. So by using your Stampin' trimmer, I think you just avoid that and then you don't risk wrecking your card. Okay, so I've got my Versamark inked, I've got my white embossing powder on there. Now I'm just going to heat set it. So just bear with me a moment. It's going to be a little noisy. I'm just going to wait till it's hot enough. There we go, it's getting hot. And I have had people ask if you can use like a hair dryer or something to heat set your embossing powder. And I'm going to go with no. Your hairdryer does not get hot enough. Our heat tool gets super hot, like you could actually burn yourself with it. So I highly recommend, if you're liking the embossing powder techniques, that you pick up a proper heat tool. Alright, so there we go. I've got our little birthday greeting. And now I'm just going to take some snips and I'm just going to cut off the ends at an angle. Just like that. Perfect. So now I've got my little greeting. Like I said, it's a little crooked, but it still looks pretty cute. And now I'm just going to put some mini dimensionals on the back. And because my nails are so long, I have a hard time handling the mini dimensionals. So if you're like me and you have nails, a tip is take your pick tool. You can actually pick up the dimensional, plop it on the cardstock, and remove the backing all in one. So I never even have to worry about my nails being too long. I just use my take your pick tool. Okay, and now I'm going to line this up on my card, right about there. And because I always say a card needs some bling, the bling I'm going to be using today is actually our matte black dots. And I'm going to put a big one and a small one over here, and then I'm going to take another small one and put it right about there. And that's it. That is this super cute card. This is really a great unisex card, so you can give it to males, females, boys, girls, whatever you prefer. And it's just super fun, super easy. Lots of techniques in this one, so it's lots of fun to make. I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. And again, sorry for being so late. I'm hoping now that month end is coming to a close at work that I'll be on time in the future. And we'll see you guys next Friday at noon. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Happy stamping!